Behaviors are activities that people do either on or off of Facebook. These could be anything from ordering a magazine subscription to spending an above average amount of time online. Behaviors are constructed from someone's activity as they browse the internet, along with their offline activity, like spending. That offline activity data is provided by a variety of partners of Facebook. And this information might also include demographics, purchasing behavior, and life events. Here we are in the Ads Create tool, and we're in the audience section. This is where you are going to define the behaviors for your ad. Currently, we're using our saved audience, which is a marathon runner's audience. Now here I can see that I've already created some interests and behaviors. I'm going to select edit and we can take a closer look at how those behaviors were added. Behaviors will show up under the detailed targeting section. And at the top you can see our first behavior defined is travel. You can always select Browse to find the Behavior tab, and if you choose a drop-down, it's here that you can scroll through all the different options. If I choose one, I get a drop-down of additional information. If I highlight it, I get a description, so the size of the audience, what the behavior is, and exactly what it means. Now, the behaviors are typically only available in the United States, and they're still needing a little bit of refinement, so it's not a fine science. Behaviors can be tricky. There's no guarantee that the information here is accurate, so you'll want to test these options to see what works best for you. And that's all about advertising, is the testing. Now, perhaps I'm really interested in the internet browser used, and I've found some correlation between marathon runners and Chrome internet browser users. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. Here I can see at the top that this digital activity has been added as an additional behavior. At this point, these behaviors added have an and or relationship. So though they do have an and relationship with everything else we have targeted in this ad, that is going to make it really a lot easier for Facebook to target. We aren't going to look for someone that has all of these interests and behaviors combined. Beyond behavior targeting, we have what's called connections targeting. Connections targeting helps you control whether your ad shows to people who already have a connection with you on Facebook or not. So if I choose a drop-down arrow, it's here that I can see all the different selections. For example, I can identify people who have liked my page and choose to target them. I can also exclude anyone who's liked my page as well. The same thing applies for any mobile apps, and events is a great opportunity. So you can create advertisements specifically targeting anyone who's responded to an event. And you can also exclude anyone who's already responded to your event. So if you're looking to push it and you don't want to saturate the people that are already attending, you can exclude them from seeing the advertisement. You also have an ability to do advanced combinations. So you can choose people who have connected to your page and people who have expressed an interest in an event, as an example. Now, if I select update, it's here my audience is going to be updated. I always like to work as a saved audience so that I can use it in future advertisements. I'll note the fuel gauge on the right, see how the potential reach has adjusted. For the newer advertiser, I recommend sticking to maybe 3 behaviors as well as interests combined. You don't want to get too down the rabbit hole of behaviors. Stick to interests and do not max out over 5. Are there any customer behaviors that you could target for your business ad set? Were there any in the list that seem really interesting and really applicable? Go ahead and start browsing these behaviors for your own advertising campaign.